There are a few specific body language in couples that I absolutely despise. And every single time I've seen a couple and I've seen that body language, those relationship has been the most toxic. The man is always the prize in these relationships. Now we have Simone Biles and her husband here. And let me tell you something, this video is not about Simone Biles and her husband. Okay, let's get that straight. I'm talking about is the type of body language that you got to look for. If you have pictures with your boyfriend or your ex, go back and watch those pictures and pay attention to the body language, pay attention to his body language in the photo, okay? Now, I know some people are going to be like, oh, you're reading too much into this, blah, blah, blah. You know, it doesn't mean that, okay, I understand. I get it. I get that. I'm not taking it off the table. However, every time I've seen this specific body language, those relationships were always the worst relationships behind closed doors. So let's get into it, okay? Again, this video is not about Simone Biles and her raggedy ass husband. This is about the body language. Why I'm using this picture is because of the bullshit that was going on a couple of weeks ago with Simone Biles. I specifically did not talk about it. I saw a video of this man in pom-pom shorts and hoop earrings. Like, girl, come on. I already know what's going on in this relationship, so I'm not going to talk about it, okay? Anyways, so now look at her. She's smiling, okay? She has like a really nice wide smile, like she's so happy. Now, look at the position of her arm. She's holding on to him while he keeps his hand to himself. His hand is on the side. The way his body is not, it's like he doesn't want to be too close to her. And he looks like he's just, I don't know. I do not like this body language. Every time I see this body language, it pisses me off. Like, you'll have no idea how annoying this is. I'm going to show you another picture as well. Usually when I see a healthy couple, the guy usually has his hand on the woman. Usually when there's a healthy couple and the man really loves the woman. This body language is given, I am the prize. She's clutching onto him for dear life, you know, because she wants the validation. She wants the intimacy, you know, like she's standing up there smiling, thinking that, yeah, she got the prize because he is the prize. Let's be real. He is the prize. He was not lying when he stood up there and said that he thinks that he's the prize. He is, because she chased him. So anyways, this particular body language where she's holding on to him, I don't like it. It pisses me off. And every time, those couples were always toxic as hell. Exhibit number 2. This is them leaving, I guess, the venue, I guess. This is when they got married and they said the I do's and the marriage is done. Okay, it's completed. That's the word. Sorry, I'm struggling for words, but yeah, the marriage is complete. Now look at her. She's smiling and looking at him in so much admiration because she thinks that, you know, she has a good catch. Now look at his body language. Look at him walking out, not looking at her, looking at the crowd, looking at the audience. And why is his hand up in the air like this? This is a victory. This fist in the air is a victory pose, sorry. And he's like, yes, I finally got it. I got her. Okay, I secured the bag. Now I have status, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it seems like, you know, he is trying to prove that, like, you know, why am I struggling for words? Like, I don't like this body language. And again, I know some people are going to be like, oh, you're reading too much into it, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I don't care. Okay, this is my channel. If you agree with my channel with what I say, that's fine. Like the video. If you don't dislike the video, I don't care. But why is this body language like this? Like, who do you think loves who more? Of course, she loves him more than he loves her. Now moving on. And there's another body language that I cannot stand. And by the way, I see a lot of this type of body language among Black couples. No, I'm not saying that there's a pattern here, but there's definitely a pattern here. I'm not saying that, you know, oh, all Black couples are toxic. Obviously not. But I've seen this body language mostly among Black couples. And I don't understand it. Okay, moving on. Let's move on to T.I. and Tiny. This body language where he puts his entire arm around your shoulder and your neck. Y'all, what is this? What is this? And you're thinking, oh no, Maria, what are you talking about? Girl, he's taller than her. He's leaning on her. His arms is around her like, oh, that's my dog, that's my buddy or whatever. His arms is supposed to be around her waist, okay, or the small of her back, or they're supposed to be holding hands. And I've seen this so many times. I've seen it with Jay-Z and Beyonce, and I only see it with Black couples. Listen, I know other races, they probably do the same thing, but obviously they are outliers. But I see this a lot with other Black couples. Like, even if you like, okay, this is him here again. Look, there you go. Arms around the shoulder. Her hands is in her pocket. The same pose. Like, why? Why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Oh, look at this. Look at this one. Look how she's leaning into him and he's leaning away from her. Like, it's almost like he doesn't. Where's that photo? Oh, is that this? Oh, I guess this is a photo. She's leaning in and he's leaning away. And I know these are not the greatest examples. Okay, all right, I know. Look at them laying up in the bed. I mean, even the kids show more affection towards each other than him to Tiny. She's laying up in the bed, her arms around his waist, and he's just laying there with his arm behind his back, looking like he's bored and he wished to be somewhere else. There's another photo. I hope y'all can see this. Let me try to zoom. Oh God. Both his arms are on him. Okay? He's not touching her. She's the one that is leaning in and holding on to him and hugging him and giving him embraces. Like, what the hell? What the hell? I see this all the time. And I do not believe for a minute that this relationship is a healthy relationship. These two, I don't know what the hell is going on. So allow me to pause for a little bit. I promise I'm going to get to a point. Okay, so just give me a second. Let me just pause for a little bit and let me find couples that look like they are actually in love. Now look at this couple. Look at the difference, okay? Now you look at this couple and they're both smiling, okay? He has both his arms around her in an embrace, you know, his arm is around her waist. Her arms, one of her arms is on him, okay? So she's still touching him, but look at this. This is a much better body language in a couple. And I love to see this. I love to see couples. And I love to, I love to see couples where the man actually participate in the affection, the physical affection and the embracing and the holding of their hands, etc. That tells me that, you know what, this is a potential healthy couple. Another way that you can tell healthy couples is when they look at each other. Especially for celebrity couples, like you look at celebrity couples in interviews. If they're both looking at each other, that's a healthy couple. Like, they will be talking and then they will look at each other and they will take turns looking at each other. If one person alone is looking at each other, that's a red flag. That's a red flag because obviously that person alone is the only person that is in love in that relationship. These couples are so, listen, some people and their relationship, like, don't be fooled. If you do not have a husband yet, you don't have a boyfriend, please don't be fooled by couples especially couples on social media and celebrity couples. Don't be fooled by these people. Pay attention to the body language because every time I see that toxic body language, it's only a matter of time. It only take a matter of time for these couples to be exposed and only for it to be exposed that they were both very toxic. It was a toxic, terrible relationship. Okay, give me a second. This is Ivanka Trump and her husband on their wedding day. Okay. Now we saw Simone Biles and her husband on their wedding day. Now look at the difference, y'all. Look where his hand is. Look where his arms are. Both of his arms are touching her. They're both touching each other. Okay. Look at his body language. He's turned towards her. Okay. If I were to bet between her marriage and Simone Biles' marriage, on which one is the healthier marriage and which marriage I'd rather be in, I would rather be in this marriage because they're both very valued in this marriage. I'm sure nobody. I believe that Ivanka is definitely the prize, definitely. But you can tell that he loves his wife. Look at the way he holds her. Listen, this is what I'm used to. I remember dating men and they wouldn't touch me, or they wouldn't hug me, or they wouldn't put their arms around me, or they wouldn't attempt to hold hands, or if they do embrace me, they put their heavy ass arms around. You're like, have you ever had a man put his arms over your shoulder like that? That shit it starts to hurt after a while. It their arm is heavy. Their arm is so heavy. Their arms are heavier than they think, and it feels uncomfortable. Okay, like, why is it so hard for you to put your arms around your wife or your girlfriend's waist? Like, what the hell? What is the problem? This is a much better body language, in my opinion. And when I see this type of body language, usually the relationship or the marriage lasts longer and is not toxic and ghetto as hell. Okay? And listen, I can go on and on and on. Like, I could go all night, but I wouldn't, because I think you all get the idea. I'm sick and tired of seeing that body language. I'm sick of it. Okay. I'm gonna put that picture back up so you all can see it. Okay. This body language right here, I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of it. And I see it so often with Black couples. I don't know why. And obviously it's not all Black couples. I know this. Okay. I'm making this video like literally 1 a.m. in the morning. So, obviously I didn't have time to get a lot of photos. But when I saw this, okay, when this picture landed in my DMs, I was like, oh my God, the body language is everything. The body language is telling me everything I need to know. The way this poor girl is holding on to this man, like she's scared that he's going to run away. It's so sad. And Simone Biles is beautiful and she deserves better. But at the end of the day, this is who she chooses to be with. If she likes it, if she loves it, I like it. It don't matter to me. Here we go. Our favorite couple, Sierra and Russell. He's always holding her hands, as you guys can see here. He always standing up very close to her. This is a man who really loves his girl. He's always touching her. Look at that. He's always touching her. Okay, he's never standing on the side or, standing there and, she's like grabbing onto him. Like, no. I mean, let's open this photo. His hands is always around her waist. He's always embracing her. Y'all, give me a minute. These websites, I swear. Okay, there we go. His arms are always around her waist. He's leaning in. He's really, this man really loves this woman, as we all know. And this is why so many men, dusty men, are so mad, so angry, and so infuriated with this couple. I don't even know why this couple gets so much hate, because this looks like a healthy couple to me. Just by the body language. If I did not know this couple at all, like, let me tell you something. If I did not know who this was, if I did not know that this was Sierra and Russell, I'd be like, yeah, he really loves her. That's a healthy marriage. So, okay, the moral of the story, y'all, let me just pull up this picture here. Moral of this video, or the message in this video, ladies and gentlemen, because I know some men are watching this video and I don't know why. Yeah, so moral of the story, always find a man that loves you more than you love him, or equal. Okay? You gotta love each other equal, or it has to be him loving you more than you love him. Never ever go with a man that you had to chase, because we all heard the story. We all heard Simone Biles' husband sitting up there like a princess, talking about he's the prize, and oh, she drove 45 minutes. Like, he sounds like a girl, y'all. He sounds like a bitch. She chased him. Okay? Never chase a man, ladies. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It doesn't work for us. Men can chase and get away with it because it's socially acceptable and it's more in their nature. Men do not like things that come easy to them. I promise you that. They don't. Anything that comes easy, they never value it. Men feel like they have to work hard and struggle to get what they want. They do not believe in attracting and manifesting and all of that type of stuff. Most men don't believe in that stuff anyway. They think it's bullshit. And even if they believe in it, it's still in their nature to chase. We don't chase, ladies. We attract. We don't chase, we attract. You become the best version of yourself and attract men that are the best version of themselves to you. And you know, I just think it's so sad that women think it's okay to shoot their shot, because this is what happens to you when you do that. This is what happens to you. Get married to someone who thinks he's the prize, and he's embarrassing you in front of the world. He sat up there and talked all that shit. Simone Biles' husband, I still don't even know his name. He sat up there and talked all that shit. She sat there laughing. Now, I said that this video wasn't about Simone, but whatever. I didn't want to talk about her, but at the end of the day, pay close to the body language, ladies. Go back and look at your old pictures of you and your husband, your boyfriend, because all the pictures that I have of me and my husband, he's embracing me. His arms is around my waist. He's smiling. He's happy. He's close to me. All the pictures that I have with me and my husband are like that. Every time I see that toxic body language, every single time, those couples always turn out to be toxic, just trash. So that picture alone, that picture with Simone Biles and her husband alone tells me everything I need to know about that marriage and their relationship dynamic. And you know, body language is real. Don't ignore it. Please don't. So anyways, if you're dating someone right now, go back and look at your photos. And if you see anything like any photos of you and him where he's standing there with his arms on the side or his hand in his pocket, and you're the only one that is touching him and embracing him and looking up at him, and you know, like if you're doing that, please leave that man alone. Because girl, you know that man is a prize. And I don't want to hear excuses like, oh, he's unaffectionate and blah, blah, blah. Stop making excuses, ladies. Just stop. Just stop. Stop making excuses. Get your act together. Start loving yourself. But yeah, go back and watch your pictures. Go back and watch your pictures, okay? Tell me what you see. Tell me in the comments. I think I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for watching. If you would like to know more, go to my Patreon. I get on there weekly. And I'll talk to you ladies soon. Bye.